Mr. Yan? Yeah.
Hello, Miss Yenni.
Good morning, Mr. Yan.
You
How are
look,
you today?
I'm fine. And then what about you, Miss Yenni? All good, all great?
Yep, great.
Okay,
And of course, no
okay,
nervous.
okay. And then you look very beautiful today, Miss Yenni.
Okay, you too. You look so handsome today.
No, I'm not beautiful.
No, no, I mean, you look so gorgeous today.
Okay, so since you already watched the comprehensive video preparations, I hope you're going to share it also with all of your friends. Yeah, this gonna have the comprehensive exam with me. Okay,
All
Miss
right.
Yenny, we are going to start the comprehensive exam. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, Mr. Sofyan.
Alhamdulillahirrahmanirrahim. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya wal mursalin wa ala alihi washabihi ajma'in. Amma ba'd. Alhamdulillah, today here we are going to have the second day of comprehensive exam. Yeah, Miss Yenia Priani. And then the comprehensive exam here, it will be the requirement before you're going to be able to join the third subject. Yeah, the third subject we call teaching practice. And how that we are going to do this comprehensive exam? I'm gonna give you around 5 minutes, yeah, 5 minutes maximum in telling all the things that you learn starting from the first subject till the last subject. Yeah, the last subject, what I mean here, the second subject, designing an innovative learning material. Okay, and then after you already explain your teaching document or the first subject and then second subject, we're gonna have the Q&A. I'm gonna give you several kind of questions related to all the things, yeah, for the first subject and then also second subject. Okay, Miss Yenni Priani, before you're going to start this comprehensive exam, let's start this comprehensive exam by reciting Basmalah together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Best of luck in giving the explanations. I hope you're going to share a clear, comprehensive, detailed kind of explanations. Time is yours. Come on, Miss Yenny.
Okay, thank you so much for the opportunity, Mr. Ian. I'm going to explain to you the step by step on how we already learned about how to create uh, the good lesson plan like that since the beginning of our meeting like that. Yeah. So first, I'm going to share the LK 1.1. Here, students are asked to identify the problem first, what really happened in our class, starting from the learning environment maybe, and then from the students' learning process like that, yeah? And firstly, I have some problems here related to the pedagogic, which is some students still have a low interest in English. And then the second, I have a problem when I do the interaction with parents of the students because my school is having a habit to share any information in English. And some of the parents have difficulties in understanding the information conveyed in English. That's my second problem. And then for the literacy, students still have difficulty in writing vocabulary and sentence using the correct grammar structure like that. And then for the feedback in the class, I found that my students are less active in answering teachers' question or having conversation in English. And for the HOTS problem, I also found difficulties that my students sometimes didn't able to understand or answer the question, which is actually it's a simple question, and yeah, sometimes they found it difficult to answer them. That's my problem identification at first. And then the second, I have to explore the cause of that problem by having a literature review. By searching the literature review, and then I have to do the interview with my teacher, principal, expert, and also my fellow teachers. And then from those literature review and also the result of the interview, I have to analyze the exploration. So like I have to find out what is the main problem that makes the student are having that kind of problem like that. After that, I have to decide the roots of the problem. So from those literature review, from all of those interview results, I have to look at the what is it the same like finding the same answer from all of those uh, result of interview, and then I will choose that to be applied in my class. For example, why students have low interest in learning English? That's because the application of variety method is not used by the teacher inside the class. That's why students are not interested in learning English. And then for the second, the difficulty in writing vocabulary and sentence structure correctly, uh, I find out that the reason is because students are not used to do kind of writing activity in the class, and then also what is it lack of practice like that. The students are not having a habit to do kind of writing activity in the class like that. Yeah, Mr. Ian. And then after we already decide the what is it the problem that needs to be solved, we have to explore the alternative solution. By what? By again we do the uh, literature review, and then we also do interview with our fellow teacher, principal, and then expert also like that. Now after that, we categorize the problem that related to the teaching material. And for example, here, some students have low interest in doing the daily conversation in English. I make it specific because before I say it, students are not having interest in learning English. And then which part? I have to make it specific, and then I make it specific. Oh, in doing the daily conversation in English. And to categorize that problem, I need to improve on the material, the media, the method or strategy, and also for the others, I have to struggle with the students' motivation. After that, I have to find out the strength and weakness from that solution, and also I have to find out the mitigation. Mitigation is the what is it we have to find out how to solve the weakness from the solution that we got like that. Okay, and after that we have to decide the solution like that. Here I make it more specific. Students difficulties on oral presentation related to simple past tense in classroom. Again, I write the cause of the problem, and then I write down the solution uh, to what is it to solve this problem like that. And I choose to do a project-based learning or PJBL through movie. The method is through movie. So I share a movie to my students, and then they have to watch it, and then they have to know who's the character, the setting, the plot, starting from the beginning, middle, until the end. And then I describe my method of learning here, why I use PJBL, because it is student-centered teaching method that encourage the learning through engaging a real-world situation. That's why the movie should have a moral lesson so that they can connect with their real-life situation like that. And then the learning media that will be used to attract students' activity in the class is through watching movie. I think this is not a boring method because they are having time to see what is it movie with a lesson inside it, not just sitting down and do worksheets like that.
Okay, Miss Yenny, did you aware that you have only 5 minutes? I hope you're going to make it quick. Come on.
Okay.
Come on.
So like that, I choose PJBL for the solution here to be applied, and then after that here I have uh, what is it here? Action plan, sorry, action plan. Yeah, the action plan. I use assessment through written assignment and also presentation like that. And then after that, the planning or the evaluation plan, I also attach here. Like I have to make the reflection journal after that, observation checklist starting from the opening, main activity, and then also the closing. Okay, that's all what I learned during my PPG Daljab since the first day of meeting like that.
That's
That's
all, Miss
yeah.
Yenni?
Uh,
Okay.
how about the lesson plan? So I need to share it now.
Okay, thumbs up, thumbs up. Please stop sharing the screen. Now we're gonna go with the next one, Q&A. Okay, Miss Yenni Apriari. My first questions. When you conducted the problem identifications, there are several things that you need to consider, right? Okay, I want you to mention at least three things. What is it that you have to consider while doing or while conducting the problem identifications? First, come on.
Okay. First, how do we get the identification problem is by having the observation in the class, right? And by that, we will know the what is it? The problem that often happen in our class. That's how we decide the identification of problem. And after that, we also do a self reflection. Also, yeah, as a teacher, we also need to reflect ourselves. Where is or where are our weakness during our teaching process like that, and also by looking at the result of their exam, sorry, the score that our students got in their exam. If they got mostly in our class, they got under the standard criteria like that, we have to make it or identify it as a problem also like that.
Okay, thank you. Let's go with the next questions. Okay, you already identified the problem. The next step here it is problem explorations. Yeah, finding the cause of the problem and then also deciding the problem. So
Mhm.
how did you manage starting with exploring the problem and then after you come with the problem that you choose that you're going to make the teaching document? Come on.
Okay. Task, which is doing exploration. So we have to find the literature review first. We do the interview with our principal, fellow teachers, and also expert. We look at the result of the interview and literature review, and then we find out, oh, from the literature review, the main problem is because of their students' participation, maybe. And then my principal also say like that, and also my friends say like that. So I will take it as the main problem that I need to solve, like that, Mr. Ian.
Okay, thank you. Next questions. Yeah, similar questions, but now we are going to switch this one into the alternative solutions. There are many kind of steps or paths that you conducted to really choose the proper or relevant kind of solutions. Based on the literature review and then also based on the result of the interview. Okay, and then I want you to please try to try to elaborate how did you make the alternative solutions explorations till you come to the decided solutions. Come on.
Okay, so like what I've said before, we have to see the connection between one result of literature review with the interview result so that we can consider that this is the serious or what is it, the main problem that we have to find out some ways to solve. Yeah, I think that's the way I decide the what is it, the problem, the cause of the problem.
Okay, thank you very much. Next one. When you try to develop a learning material or designing an innovative kind of teaching document, you have to consider also making a learning material that supported hearts. What kind of learning material that supported HOTS based on the innovative design that you created? Come on, Miss Yenni.
Okay, yes, thank you. So for the HOTS, we know that HOTS is the abbreviation of higher order thinking skill. So we ask our students to think more. If before, maybe for the old method of learning, it's just a lot lower order thinking skill, where we ask our students to just understand and apply like that. But in higher order thinking skill, we ask our students to have critical thinking. They have to be creative. They have to be able in do a problem solving and also designing a solution. So my activity here, because I choose PJBL through a movie, for the host, I will ask them the plot of the story, and then I will ask them, if you are in that kind of situation, how will you solve that kind of problem, like that. So we ask them to think, yeah, not just seeing and do worksheet like that, but we also have to give some questions to them related to the real life, like that, Mr. Ian.
Okay, thank you. So that will be the things that you're going to use to support the HOTS learning material. And
Yeah,
then what about the literacy and the numeracy, Miss
literacy and,
Yenni?
sorry, Mr.
Okay, literacy and then numeracy.
Literacy and numeracy.
Mm.
In this activity for the literacy, um, what, yeah, because this is not on a text, it's not just from a textbook like that. So the literacy will be like kinds of listening to a story, and then they have to comprehend it, and then they have to make some notes related to the movie, like that. But for the numeracy, I didn't apply it here because I think it's not having what is it, not a connection with the activity that I do, like that, Mr. Ian.
Okay, next questions. What is it? Technological pedagogical content knowledge, TPAC, that you integrate in your teaching document, in your innovative learning design, basically.
Okay, as what you said, TPEC is the technological pedagogical content knowledge. So it's how the teacher apply the technology in the learning process, like that. So, for example, on my teaching process here, I use the YouTube videos. I use my laptop to share the video also, which is connected to the projector. So yeah, having integrated between the technology and also the pedagogical things, like that.
Okay, next questions. Next questions. There are two types of learning models that support it, that's suggested in this program, this PPE Daljab program. And then there are three types of learning media that's suggested to use. Yeah, the AI, artificial intelligence, VR, virtual reality, and then AR, augmented reality. What kind of the learning model, and then also what kind of learning media supported or suggested that you use for the teaching document, Miss Yenni?
Okay, actually, I'm still learning about that, but and then my English book, for some school, maybe they already have barcode to be scanned, which will support their learning process, like that, Mr. Ian. But I'm not having that, so the teacher should prepare the various types of method or learning model, like that. Yeah, that's why I just use my media from YouTube and then from live worksheets, like that, to make them more interested in learning English in the class, like that.
Okay, so you are not mentioning it. What type of AI, what type of VR, what type of AR?
Yeah,
No?
yeah.
No.
It's-
So you don't have it on your teaching document?
So I just mentioned the CPEC, maybe, yeah, through that what I mentioned.
I'm not asking you about TPAC. I'm asking you
Yeah, yeah,
about
yeah.
one type from the three suggested media. So you're not using one of it? No?
Actually not because sorry. My lecture before, if your school haven't implement that type, so that's okay. Just do what you have in the class like that. If I'm not
So what, so what will be the difference between the old you and then the new you? New you should be the one, a professional English teacher that can use one from the three selected or suggested media. I
mm,
hope you're going to revise it. Try to use
okay.
one. Yeah. For example, if you're going to use Canva, Canva also consists of the use of artificial intelligence on it. If you
Okay.
try to use also PowerPoint, yeah, at some point, PowerPoint here also can, what is it? Can you choose integrate that one using artificial intelligence? Okay. If the previous lecture mentioning, just try to do what you always do in your class. So how that we are going to get the improvement? How that we are
Okay.
going to get the uh, enhancement based on your activity while joining this program?
Sorry. Maybe I got it. So this is for the teacher, yeah, Mr. Ian. So the teacher used the PowerPoint to share some materials related to the topic, like that. For example, I show to my students um, what is simple past tense, and I make it in the form of presentation, like that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not only showing them the learning material through
Uh,
PowerPoint, which one from the PowerPoint that you're going to develop, that you're going to build, that consists of AI on it? That
okay.
way. Okay, Miss Yenni Priani, because when you're gonna do your teaching practice, one lecture and then one also senior teacher, gonna give you the score based on all the recommended kind of learning models, yeah, like problem-based PGPL, and then also the inquiry learning, and then all type of learning models, and then also with one from three suggested learning media. I guess I already told you guys on the first day that you got the orientations with it, right?
Okay, sorry.
Okay, I guess
I
that
mixed
should
that
be
part.
enough. Yeah, Miss Yunia Priani. Hopefully, based on your performance while answering the questions, you're going to pass for this comprehensive exam. After this one, you're going to go with the second examiner. Yeah, and let's close this comprehensive exam by reciting Hamdalah. Yeah.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil
Okay.
Alamin. Best of luck for the
Yeah.
second examiner. Yeah, you may
Um,
leave this meeting. Thank
Thank you
you,
so
Miss
much, Mr.
Yenny.
Ian. See
Okay.
you next time.
Okay.